Yes, we're having a protest on the 1st to 10th of August 2024. It is going to be massive. One of the leading figures, leading people that are calling out for this protest is well-known Omoyele Sowore. There are so many things that has been said about Sowore, so many things that many don't trust him for some of the roles he has played in the past. Just calm down and listen to what David Hunde has to say about Sowore, and we'll come back and make some other revelations.
How about Shuri?
Sure, Yele Sowore is someone that I actually have a lot of respect for.
Exactly. I was going to say, because so many things you said on this podcast, he will say the same things.
I actually have a lot of respect for him. Where I guess we differ, and we do differ on this a lot. Where we differ is, okay, we differ on two things. First of all, I'm trying to frame this without sounding accusatory. You know, he's affiliated with the Ford Foundation, right?
Okay, I've read it on his Wikipedia. I read it on his Wikipedia 3 years ago.
So the Sahara Reporters is CSO funded, basically.
Oh, okay.
Funded. So, and you know, I have a big problem with American CSOs.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah, with very good reason.
Yeah.
So there's that, but that's sort of the less serious problem. What I really disagree with him about is his methods. And what I mean by his methods is that he seems to think that whenever if Nigeria is gonna, we do agree that Nigeria needs a revolution. Mm. We both do agree on that. What we disagree on is that he seems to think that revolution can only happen with him as the vehicle. That's his problem. So I don't know whether it's an ego problem or whether it's the fact that he has spent so many years surrounded by a cult of personality, because he does have a very thick cult of personality surrounding him. I think that story is not told enough. He has there are dozens of kids that he recruits from university campuses, basically, who, like, you can't, Sowore is like Jesus to them. So you remember the way Buhari had this crazed cultic support in the North once upon a time? That's the kind of support Sowore has with that group of people. And my problem with that is, first of all, a great leader should be able to tell when his support is genuine, organic, and when his support is born out of a cult of personality. I don't think he can tell the difference. I think he genuinely thinks of himself as being this huge fish. I mean, let's put this into context, right? Sowore has run for president how many times now?
Three times.
Has he ever scored 50,000 votes nationwide? Ever? Even once? To the best of my knowledge, he hasn't. Yet, it might surprise you to know that the reason why he has such a big problem with Peter Obi is that he believes that third force, that creation of a genuine third force contender in 2023, which Peter Obi was, he believes that Peter Obi took his spot. That somehow it was going to be him. And then Peter Obi came in as an opportunist and then stole his thunder. I don't know why he thinks that, because I think he got about 14,000 votes in the 2023 election. Peter Obi, according to the official numbers, which were, reviewed downward, got about 6 million votes. And it was his first time ever running for president. And he ran on the platform with a complete no hope party. And he won Lagos, even according to the official numbers. But somehow Sowore thinks that Peter Obi stole votes from him. That's my problem with Sowore. He lives inside his own head. And for me, that's the trait of a bad leader, where you don't live in the real world. Like you think of yourself a certain way, and then you think that because you have that opinion of yourself inside your head, that makes it true. That makes it the reality. So you're surrounded by people who will never hear a bad word said about you. And then because of that, you think that the rest of the country even knows who the fuck Yele Sowore is. No, he doesn't. So, and he's one of the reasons why I'm always very, very cautious with, like, the way I even think of myself nowadays, because I recognize that once upon a time he was me. Around maybe 2009, 2010, there was no independent media in Nigeria. Sahara Reporters basically pioneered truly independent, like, online guerrilla journalism. They pioneered that. That was him. You understand? He did some really great work. If you recall, when Yar'Adua died and nobody knew, I remember President Jonathan saying that he read it on Sahara Reporters that Yar'Adua is dead. That even the vice president did not know. But Yele Sowore knew first. You know, so he did a lot of great work and he was that guy. You understand? So the space I'm occupying now, he once occupied that space. But seeing what he has turned into is what also gives me like pause that, okay, dude, whatever it is you're doing, don't start thinking of yourself as...
Don't believe your own hype.
Exactly. Because like my nightmare is to wake up one day and be telling myself that, you know, somebody that was already a nationwide figure when I was still a teenager somehow stole my vote from me. An election where I scored 14,000, he scored 6 million because I live inside the delusion that, you know, I don't want to be that guy at all. So, and then there's also there's a dishonesty problem as well, which is that's like the third problem I have with him. When there is something in his past that he doesn't want to acknowledge or that he's not proud of, he pretends that it didn't happen. So like in 2015, everybody knows that Sowore supported Buhari. It wasn't a secret. And he didn't just support Buhari. Sahara Reporters was like front and center of the demonization efforts against Goodluck Jonathan and promotion of all things Buhari.
Working with El-Rufai, right?
I don't know who they were working with.
Okay.
And I won't speak on that because I wasn't in those rooms.
Okay.
But
I think I might be wrong.
But I used to read Sahara Reporters. Yeah. Like, I'm not stupid, right? It wasn't a secret. In fact, there's a video of him saying that, I think this was like a year after Buhari became president. There's a video of him saying on air that this government came into power on my back. There's a video of him saying that. There's also a video of him at when Goodluck Jonathan conceded and there were those celebrations going on. There's a video of him there, right there, celebrating and people backslapping him and stuff. And he just doesn't acknowledge it. And nowadays he claims, according to his official history now, that he has always been in the opposition. They never supported Buhari. And for me, that's like, you are basically Kim Jong-un. Because that's what Kim Jong-un does. He rewrites official history all the time. And I'm like, you've not even become local government chairman yet. You're already exhibiting all these Kim Jong-un tendencies. So the day someone mistakenly goes and gives you presidential power, are we not going to start disappearing in the night? Like it was.
About Sowore being envious of Peter B and also being part of the people that brought Buhari into power, we must be very, very careful with people that are used as stooges to deflate and diffuse protests. The Ebing Power protest that was held some weeks ago, what has been the impact? You see, when people do protests these days, they want to do protests so that, yes, we are doing protests. Somebody said on Twitter that NGOs, yes, they are NGOs that support human rights activists. And if these human rights activists don't deliver, if there's nothing to show, if there's no workings to show, they will not get funds. And many believe that Sowore get funds from some NGOs abroad. That's the belief, that he gets funds from NGOs abroad that are sponsoring the revolution movement or sponsoring what he's doing. He's doing a wonderful job, yes. Many people are being, yes, he has done a lot for Nigerian youths. But on this scale, Sowore is not trusted for going into any protest. Like what happened during the EndSARS when celebrities hijacked the whole thing and people were sleeping. They started playing music, concert, inviting this person. Even beloved Davido now had to go and meet the IG. Formalities. All those things are formalities. At the end of the day, there's nothing it is going to produce. You just go out there with your Sowore and do a protest. It's just like going for an excursion. And when you go for the excursion, you come back. You rant. You come back. There's nothing tangible that happens at the end of the day. Look at what the Kenyans did. They make sure they stood their ground. They make sure they don't identify anybody who is their leader. Nobody's going to start having this conversation with the government. Nobody's going to be having funds. Till today, EndSARS funds, they are contesting. There's fights over the EndSARS funds. Some people stood and took funds and have been accused of embezzling funds. There's nobody that is going to stand as I'm the principal, I'm the head boy, I'm the class captain, that will now have to talk to government and then further his political career. We don't want politicians in any protest that is going to have sense, that is going to make sense. Politicians are not allowed. Sowore is a politician. He cannot be trusted. I believe personally that he would diffuse that protest. He will render that protest powerless. Irrespective of how he calls for that protest, it is believed that he is working for the establishment. He worked for the establishment by bringing Buhari in, and he's still going to pander to the establishment. He's not trusted. So a Sowore at this point in time might not be needed. He's outdated. He's out of date with the kind of protest that will rescue Nigeria from these guys that you call leaders. Sowore is out of it. I was at the Ebing Power protest we saw police officers. The same police officer that is your friend. The same police officer that if they see you on the road in a very awkward way, they can take advantage of you, take your belongings, harass you, take your money. Yes, they do that. Look at the report whereby a young girl was raped in a police cell. So there's nothing police cannot do. It's not about we are giving police the bad name. We see it every day. The police force and police officers, police staff are giving the police a bad name every day. They are tarnishing the image of the police force every day. They know it. They cannot escape from it because criminality is in their blood. Yes. When you talk about stop taking bribes, yet at the end of the day, you see bribe taking, even the judiciary has been accused of taking bribe. So when you tell there's criminality in their blood, they'll say, come and prove it now. Come and prove it. There's many proofs. Like I said, the other time I was going out, they stopped me on the bike. And the guy was saying, anything for your boy. He was not in a good position to start exerting his so-called privilege on me. Because me, I will not agree at the end of the day. So-called privilege. If he had the opportunity, he would have looked for something incriminating, find a way to manipulate and do one or two things with his whatever to collect money. That is how criminal-minded some of these police officers have been. So a Sowore is not trusted on that front. We don't trust a Sowore. There's somebody else I'm looking at. Because I believe somebody, if this protest is going to work, there shouldn't be a date or time. It is a protest that is born out of frustration of the Nigerian people, where all of a sudden it breaks out from wherever it breaks out from. There's no somebody trying to give a date so that it can be controlled. Your politicians are smart, very, very smart. Look at what they are doing. They are going to gather people for a counter protest. The counter, external counter. You have external counter. This is the one that is going to happen by some people, selected people that are going to counter the protest. Internal counter, those that are going to operate from within the protesters. I'm looking at a person of Sowore. He's going to lead from the front. Yes, we are going to do the protest. We are going to go there. Our demands, this is what we want, this is what we want, this is what we want. He gets his funds. He's being funded to do what he's doing, because what job does he do? How does he get the money? He does what he's doing, going to rescue this one from bail, going to take this one out from prison, fighting for the right of this guy, going to court and everything. How does he get his money? Some funds do come in. Yes, of a truth, some funds come in. P2B might want to take his shine of being the savior, probably, according to David Hunde. That's why maybe he's envious of the fact that P2B is taking the center stage of standing for the youths. Probably his sponsors might be looking at, okay, yeah. So he will leave from the front, but at the end of the day, we might not achieve what is needed to be achieved at the end of the day. That is why it is very, very important that the protest will come out of a sincere hunger strike famine, frustration, not by an organized protest in Nigeria would not work at this point in time. Would not work. You are giving the enemy time to prepare. They understand Nigerians better. In fact, they know how to control Nigerians. They know how to play with the emotions of Nigerians. They know what to even do at this point in time that will make news, that will make people want to forget protest. They know what to do. They are very, very calculative. So far, they remain in power. So far, they remain relevant. So far, they have access to the nation's treasury. So far, they are in that position. They can do anything to remain in power. It is a protest whereby people are really, really tired and they have gone to the wall. They can come out and they are willing to die for the country to be better. That is when we are talking about protest, not Sowore. I'm looking at Very Dark Man. I'm just watching. There are accusations that he is a stooge that will be used by the APC in the coming times. We are watching. We are watching. We are watching. We are watching. So, if you are going to join the protest, just know that there are some sets of people that will not be part of that protest. Yes. I know the Yoruba Ronu will be happy. The APC people will be happy that the Igbos are not going to join the protest. It is your lot. It is your problem, not their problem. It has not been their problem over time. The Igbos are not joining the protest. When I mean Igbos, a majority number of Igbos will not be part of that protest. Literally, some people might be 1, 2, 3, join the protest and do one or two things. But just know that whatever happens to you as an Igbo man joining this protest, you're your own.